Alright, I'm going to show you folks how to settle a debt collection lawsuit. I'm going to go over three main concepts, alright? First concept is strategy, second is tactics, and third is the aftermath. Alright, first we're going to get into strategy. So that's like how to make a decision about what to do when you're sued for a debt. Right? Should I do this or should I do this other thing? I'm going to help you figure that out. First thing to know is that settlement is usually the best option if you're being sued for a debt. Right, that does hinge on a couple of things, right? But if you legitimately owe some portion of the debt that you're being sued for, settlement is probably the best option for you. I'm going to go into detail about why that is. About 1 in 13 of all consumers that have a line of credit have made a debt settlement agreement on one or more of their accounts. Alright, so that's like almost 10% of people in the US have actually made a settlement on their account and paid less than the amount that they owed. So the first thing you can do when you are sued for debt is you can file an answer, right? So that's a pretty great option, right? So if you file an answer, then you're protecting yourself against the debt lawsuit. You're making sure that you don't lose by default, because if you don't file an answer, you're going to lose the lawsuit in like 30 days or less, right? So you definitely want to file an answer, okay? And then the second thing you can do is you can do nothing. All right, a lot of people out there actually do just that. They just do nothing, right? So they're sued for a debt lawsuit. They don't respond, and then what happens is they end up losing, and then all their wages get garnished, the bank account gets garnished, etc. Not a great option. And then third is you can do something, but that something that you do is actually invalid. All right, so do something invalid. Invalid activities include a lot of things, right? So you can one of those things is actually offering a settlement agreement too early. So you can call up the phone number at the top of the complaint, the phone number for the opposing lawyer, and you can say, hey, let's work out an agreement. I see that you sued me. And the lawyer will be like, oh yeah, okay, you want to pay me $100 a month? Sweet, for the next 50 years. Awesome, let's do that. And then you're like, oh great, everything's all figured out then. That was a great phone call with the attorney. And then the attorney goes behind your back, files for default judgment against you because you didn't respond to the lawsuit. Then you lose the lawsuit. And then 2 months later, when you are 5 minutes late on that payment, the lawyer then says, hey, good thing I got this default judgment against you. I'm not going to garnish your wages at 25% out of every paycheck. That's not a great situation. All right, so that's why offering a settlement agreement too early in the lawsuit is actually totally invalid. Other invalid actions at this point include filing for bankruptcy. If you file for bankruptcy, it's going to take a while, at least a few months, probably a year, for that bankruptcy to go through. And in that time frame, you're going to be sued for this debt, right? And they're going to start garnishing your wages. You aren't going to be protected from this debt lawsuit until after that bankruptcy goes through. All right, so that's a little bit of the thought process around the strategy of settling a debt lawsuit. Okay, so basically the main thing you need to know: when you're sued for debt, first, file an answer. Second, offer a settlement. How do you offer a settlement? That's what I'm going to get into next. I want to let you know that Solosuit can actually do this for you. I have a great document called a debt lawsuit settlement letter that you can generate on our site. You can send it to the attorney, and we'll help you figure out how much money you can afford to pay and what the optimal offer is. And you can go over solosuit.com to do that. We'll do it for you. Solosuit does have awesome reviews. We have a review from our friend Karina right here. Paraphrasing a little bit, I got hit with a lawsuit and started looking up information online, found Solosuit, and decided to try them out. At first I was just interested in the free services, but I ended up going up with the higher option and made the purchase for their service. They literally printed and mailed my documents that day. It was very easy to complete the forms and upload the documents. I was initially worried, of course, didn't know if it was a scam. Of course, we're not a scam. We're actually just here to help you out.